When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. It's very important to like the people you work with. Otherwise, your job is going to be quite miserable. I think we have a duty to maintain the light of consciousness to make sure it continues into the future. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. If humanity doesn't land on Mars in my lifetime, I would be very disappointed. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you are constantly thinking about what you have done and how you could be doing it better. Patience is a virtue, and I am learning patience. It's a tough lesson. If you are trying to create a company, it's like baking cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. People should pursue what they are passionate about. That will make them happier than pretty much anything else. I think there should be regulations on social media to the degree that it negatively affects the public good. Really, the only thing that makes sense is to strive for greater collective enlightenment. I say something and then it usually happens. Maybe not on schedule, but it usually happens. When I was a child, there's one thing I said: I never want to be alone. That's what I would say. I don't want to be alone. There is a silly notion that failure is not an option at NASA. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you're not innovating enough. In order to have your voice be heard in Washington, you have to make some little contribution. The value of beauty and inspiration is very much underrated. No question. But I want to be clear. I'm not trying to be anyone's savior. I'm just trying to think about the future and not to be sad. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. If something's important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. Brand is just a perception, and perception will match reality over time. Sometimes it will be ahead. Other times it will be behind. But brand is simply a collective impression some have about a product. When I was in college, I wanted to be involved in things that would change the world. We are already sub-bots. Your phone and your computer are extensions of you, but the interface is through finger movements or speech, which are very slow. I think we are at the dawn of a new era in the commercial space exploration. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office. And it should not be through the marketing department. It needs to be through engineering and design. Man has the power to act as his own destroyer. And that is the way he has acted through most of his history. I don't spend my time pontificating about high concept things. I spend my time solving engineering and manufacturing problems. Mars is the only place in the solar system where it's possible for life to become multi-planetarian. Great companies are built on great products. I think it matters whether someone has a great heart.